Round two, another patio, just like the one we just did. This time, I've budgeted 25 hours to do this job. It's currently 11:30 on a Wednesday. That means by Friday, at the end of the day, we need to be done this. Let's get started. All right, this is the before pressure washing. You can see heaving or settling, especially along the border there. Low spots that carry water and dirt and just settle. This area needs a lot of work. Low spot, one cracked one. I don't see any other cracked ones, which is good. It's amazing because when we pressure wash this is gonna turn to this color as opposed to this dirty brown. But you can also see here how much water damages interlock over time. Now this is at least 15-year-old product. This project's probably about 15 to 20 years old. Original color still looks great because it is covered under the deck. Whereas this one, dirty, weathered. As we get further out here, you get a bit more of that aggregate showing within the paver. So that smooth surface has eaten away. This isn't the same effect with newer interlock that has a lot better technology, especially face mix. But this, you can see all those granules starting to show up within the paver. So that surface has been eaten away over time from the rain, as opposed to smooth, looks still pretty good because this has been protected. So to get this project going, we're gonna log into the How to Hardscape headquarters software, clock in, and I am going to click clock in. You know, there's always something. And I don't have my, I think this is hydro locked. Not that I know much about equipment, but that's what Google says. And Google says, take out the spark plug, check that, but no job goes exactly as planned. And this has already cost me about half an hour of my 25 hours, or 2.5 days. We're not off to a good start. Oh yeah. What did people do before Google? Oh. So what I do with these cut pieces is I just pick them up, I lean them against the brickwork there, and that just allows me to keep my spot. Same thing with cuts along here. I just put them in one row exactly as I picked them up. So wherever they were, that's where they're going back. I take lots of pictures for lift and relays, especially when there's cuts, just so I can make sure it's going back exactly as I expect it to. It's also important to note with lift and relays, I always let the client know, like, I don't know which ones are gonna break when I pick them up. There could be unnoticeable hairline cracks. And just for example, this one, that one is on the verge of just crumbling away. Now I can put this in a easily accessible place if they ever were to find a replacement for this. That being said, these are 15 years discontinued. I'm not going to find them anywhere, but just letting our clients know that we might have a cracked one somewhere and we'll have to figure out a solution for that when we get to it, but we're not going to be able to replace it with a brand new one. 312. So that means we are, what is it, 4 hours in, not even? And that is about as good as we can expect with this. That being said, I did pressure wash the top of their, or the bottom of their deck. They asked for that, so I did do that, and that added about an hour of time, plus actually repairing the pressure washer there. It's took a half an hour or 45 minutes. Okay, so I scrape up the bedding layer. Always want to get rid of the bedding layer just because it has a lot of organic material in it, soil, weeds. So we just get rid of that. Compact, we're actually going to bring in a bit of base to build on top of this just to fill in some low spots, and especially around the foundation, just to lift that up a bit. And then we'll bring in our HPB, screed, level, lay, get going. But it is 4:24. That means we put 5 hours in today. That's our half day, 10 hours, 2 more days. We should be wrapped up, but fingers crossed, polymeric sand, we can install that as long as it's dry. Okay, beginning of day 2. Let's get clocked in and we're rolling. It's very important that I have a system that not only budgets, estimates, and recovers our overhead, but the way that I recover my overhead is strictly through labor. So I want to make sure that I am using the headquarters software to track my time on every single project, to make sure we're hitting our labor hours. And that's why we have 25 hours allocated to this project. And we're going to want to make sure that we hit those hours. Okay, we've gone ahead and removed that bedding layer. We're right down, so we're going to bring in some gravel and fill in some low spots, especially around the foundation, around here. Just get everything up to where we want it. That's where we're going to end this for today. I'd say we are half screeded. Yeah, about half screeded and laid, maybe a third, 40% we'll say. And we'll pick this up tomorrow. That means that we put in 7-hour day today. Day 3, we're only 12 hours in. Let's clock in. I left my coffee there. I screeded here. I really need a sip of my coffee. I need to start laying this just to get to my coffee. And hopefully it's not too cold by the time I get to it. I fell short like half a wheelbarrow's worth of HPB. We got it. We can continue. Now we have to go through and install our border pavers, because they are thicker than our stone tile here that makes up our patio. We have to scrape down a bit and use a little bit of persuasion to get them in there. Now, some of you might have seen my phone and when I actually clocked in today, and yes, it's going to be another short day. That's because a little bit under the weather, but show must go on, especially when you're an owner operator. And that's something that you just gotta consider as the season goes on, because you never know when you might get sick. The downside to not having trained employees that you can rely on to kind of carry you through the day, but something that I already know going into every season is that I could get sick, and that could throw a wrench into plans for what would be an otherwise productive and profitable project. But that is the thing with being an owner operator and the life that I lead currently. Obviously there's plans to get out of that and not have to be concerned about being sick. And even when you are a business owner, you really don't have time for being sick anyways. But as long as you know that, as long as you don't get sick, that's key there. Don't get sick. Take care of yourself. Oh, and if you don't listen to the How to Hardscape podcast, I highly recommend you check it out. Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to podcasts. That's another thing that I have going on that can sometimes eat away at a project, but I do it and I love it, and you should check it out. We interview industry experts, leaders, business owners, lots of great business information there. Check it out. Okay, I pressure wash one more time just to get that surface dirt out. And now we gotta wait for a day to do the sand. All right, that's wrapped up. Nice, put together patio, much better than before. Smooth, slope, perfect. Round two, another patio, just like the one we just did. This time, I've budgeted 25 hours to do this job. We actually completed it in 23 hours. It's currently 11:30 on a Wednesday. That means by Friday at the end of the day we need to be done this, but we didn't finish it till Tuesday.